I want to start off by saying this is my third attempt at making this video. The reason for that is because I sound so snarky and like I think I'm superior and everybody else just because I'm European when talking about this. But I decided to, since it's my third attempt, I decided that fuck it. If I come off as snarky and that I think I'm superior, then fuck it. Then I'm snarky and I think I'm superior. Let's just leave it at that. But what I'm going to talk about today is the government shutdown. And for those of you who don't know who I am, hello everybody, I'm the Nerdy Guy. And yeah, today we're going to talk about the government shutdown of America. Now, American politics is something I usually try to avoid, because there's a lot of very passionate people in America when it comes to their politics. I mean, if you talk good about the liberals to a Republican, then he's gonna call you a complete idiot and tell you why you're wrong in every single way. And if vice versa, you talk good about Republicans to a liberal, and then he's going to hate you and tell you why you're wrong in every single way. I have to say though, I'm more of a liberal person than a conservative, but I don't really affiliate with any kind of politic ideology, because I think they're all pretty stupid. So I like small pieces out of everything. I like to mix it up and then create my own ideology. As my old teacher used to say, I'm a middle extremist. But when I heard about the government of America shutting down, at first I always thought it was a joke. It's not. And this is harsh coming from an outsider, but most of you already know this. The whole world is laughing at you because of this. A government shouldn't shut down. This is a result of a bunch of old men sitting, no, I want my way. If they weren't such tight asses, they would have solved this by now. Or even better, if this did affected their salary, then they would have solved this by now. Right now, a lot of government workers are without pay. Some of them will never get paid. A lot of government-funded institutions are shut down. All because the politicians are so fucking stubborn. In fact, the only tax-funded salaries that is not removed is the politicians. They still get paid. So they can sit there and have their thumbs up their asses, and they will still get paid, despite that they're doing nothing, except like I said earlier, this is like this. No. This whole thing is about, as far as I know, the Democrats want to raise the debt ceiling. Republicans don't want to, unless they are allowed to make changes to Obamacare. However, the Republicans have already made tons of changes to the Obamacare, so Democrats say no. So as a result, it's now what I like to call a moronic deadlock. They can't go anyway, because the Republicans are stubborn as fuck, and the Democrats are also stubborn as fuck, and they're willing to butt-fuck the country in order to get the way they want. When it comes to this whole debt thing, I mean, I've heard so many people complain about like, oh, Obama raised the debt to the highest levels ever been, Usually people say that, I usually go, well, what the fuck would you have done? What the fuck would you have done? And to clarify, I'm not a big fan of Obama. He's the shiniest of two turds, that's it. But when people complain about it, I usually go, what would you have done? Would you have raised taxes? No. Would you have cut funding? No. So how the fuck are we supposed to get money? You can't raise taxes because Republicans would go against it. And the people will also go against it because they don't see further than that the money disappears from the wallet. After that, they don't understand. They think the politicians, well, a lot of politicians are stealing it, but... And you couldn't cut funding because Republicans wouldn't allow that either. In fact, they asked people in America, just ask random people on the street, like, what do you think Obama should do to get money? And almost everybody said cut funding. And then he asked, well, do you think you should cut funding to the military? No. Well, you should cut funding to this? No. Should cut this? No. And whatever they said, they all said no. So he should cut funding, but not to anything that you can cut funding to. America. I mean, Europe is not that much better. I mean, what is a good place, actually? A lot of people say I don't live in Europe because I live in Scandinavia, but guess what? Scandinavia is part of Europe, dumbass. But at least in Europe and Scandinavia, we have a working healthcare system. I mean, if Breaking Bad took place in Sweden, they go like, oh, well, you have cancer. Oh, but how am I supposed to pay for treatment? Pay for treatment? Are you an idiot? No. You get the What kind of monster would I be if I forced you to pay for something that you need if you don't want to die? Are you fucking insane? And Walt White would go, oh yeah, that's right. Guess we'll go back to being a teacher. Bye. But no. In America you have to pay an insane amount for your healthcare. Because healthcare is something only the rich should have. The poor should just lay down and die. They're just waste of space anyway. And where's this? There's a lot of Republicans who think, and I won't say Republicans now, I don't mean politicians, I mean people who support Republicans, who agree with this, like, yeah, well, the healthcare shouldn't be so free, shouldn't blah blah blah. And I don't think they understand that they actually benefit from it. It's the rich people that takes the most of this. And it used to be the only, like I said, healthcare costs a lot of money, so only the rich people can afford it. I mean, do these people think they can afford it? No. Feels like I'm going around in a circle here. Alright, the debt thing. With well, we've talked about if Obama should cut funding, raise taxes, raise debt, and he raised the debt. And when I say he raised it to the highest level ever, yeah, well, he had a pretty good foundation to go from. I mean, George Bush was his predecessor, that says a lot, and this is the part where I'm sounding snarky and superior. America, how the fuck could you elect George W. Bush? How stupid would you have to be to elect him twice? A fucking monkey could do his job. There's pictures of him on the internet holding a phone upside down. He is not a smart person. But no, you elected him twice. And this is the guy who thought every time we ran into a problem, he just lowered the taxes. That will solve everything. Let's lower the taxes. Bankrupt America. Well, let's lower the taxes. And in order to get money, since he lowered the taxes and he couldn't raise them again, he started taking loans. He was the one who raised the debt to an insanely high level. Obama made it the highest it has ever been, yes, but he only built from what George Bush gave him. George Bush left in America with no money and a high debt. So Obama had no choice but to raise the debt further. Now, I have a lot of problems with Obama, don't get me wrong. Like I said, he's the shiniest of two turds and that's it. He's better than Mitt Romney. And he's better than most of the Republican assholes they decided to throw at him. But he was elected, and now the Democrats, Republicans, are more or less reenacting White House Down. You could say Olympus Has Fallen, but I think White House Down is a better analogy. Those two movies are similar. Really, I'm gonna make a video comparing those two movies someday. Not now. But I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's hard. Whenever I say something like that, I sound snarky and superior and everything just because I'm European. But seriously, also Americans need to stop saying America is number one, because you're not number one in any list you'd like to be number one in. You don't have the best healthcare, you don't have the best education, you don't have the best healthcare, you don't have the best anything. In fact, best education is Finland. I don't know why I pointed that way. I don't even know what direction that is. I'm probably pointing south or something. But this shutdown is stupid. I mean, they would resolve it so quickly if they removed the politicians' paychecks, then this would be over much quicker. Because right now, they are playing chicken with the country. They're just competing on who's willing to fuck the country more to get what they want. And it will be interesting to see what happens. I mean, America is a huge center of the world. During the Renaissance it was France. Every fancy woman wore in France, every woman in the entire world wants to wear. Right now America has that position. And I don't see why, because I don't hate all of America, but there are some fucking idiots in America. For example, the people who elected George Bush twice. So, if you live in America, enjoy watching your politicians butt-fuck each other at the cost of the entire fucking country. Actually, they're butt-fucking the country too. It's a huge fucking orgy. Everybody gets butt-fucked. I'm also really tired. You can probably tell right now. That's why I'm so slow today. Anyway, I think I covered everything I want to cover. I'm Nerdy Guy. Leave a comment, rate this video, subscribe if you like my random ass fucking rant videos. And yeah, I'm Nerdy Guy, and you just watched Nerdy Guy Rant. Bye!